Hi, hello friends. Welcome to that KSP Academy 2010 channel. So I think I was given the videos, many videos in that KSP Academy channel. In that, some people they don't know how to browse the channels, what the videos are there. Today I am going to give that important questions. I think you feel it is from my side. I should feel is the important topics which it should be important for your examinations. So the topics you learn, master in this 5 units pattern, which are short answers, long answers. You can get answer, you can write answer anywhere in any examination. Let us first of all, I'll give that channel how to browse it is. Many people they're confusing where the videos are getting. So let us, I should be guide you where you can browse that videos, how to search the YouTube. Please go to the YouTube. After going to YouTube, please search KSP Academy 2010. KSP Academy 2010. After searching, the things will come my photo. Then you can click in that. After, don't go to the home. Don't go to the videos. Please go to directly into the playlist. You should enter into the playlist. The playlist separated things will be the separate folders. First thing, network theory. If you requested network theory, you can go to that NT. Control system, if you require, you can watch that control system videos. What are there in the plots? What I was free time, I was made videos. Basics, if you required for fundamental current and voltage things, PW subjects, you can go to this. PS2 is available here. PS1 is available here. PS2 means transmission and distribution things. Then PS1 means generation. Next, PS3 for power systems protection things. Some videos I kept, not things which are related to you all. So the basics I was kept. So right now, what is the important thing is for you all how to browse the DC machine videos, because I told you, because I taught in the classrooms and DC machines. So in that, the fundamental things required for many videos, click on this that particular block. So in the videos will come n number of videos here. Each video is that, please watch the videos. You can get basic analysis to enter into the system. So like this, you can browse the videos in this case. Go to the playlist and you can select whatever it is. The people are, many people are browsing in the videos, video section, many videos are there. You are not supposed to get what is your required video. Here, go to the playlist and you can do it. Okay, thank you. Now let's enter into the topic, what we taught today. The important questions, things, the topics, which are important topics which you have to enter into the EM1 examination, electrical machines. So in this EM1 syllabus, it's too much big syllabus coming to your this 2021 pattern. Before cases, DC machines 1 is nothing but a transformer only. Machines 2 is nothing but DC machines. Machines 3 synchronous machines. Machine 4 is induction machines. There are 4 types of machines out there. For you prepare gate examination, this is the pattern what I was told you to write. So here EM1 is nothing but they are making EM1 as well as EM2 together EM1 they call it as. So automatic thing is what DC machine has to do it very clearly, transformer has to learn very clearly. So 2 semester syllabus will come into the 1 syllabus, 1 semester. So this is heavy burden to the faculty as well as the students should be learned in a short span of time. Faculty are ready to teach in the long time, long hours, but student is unable to take in a short span of time. So thing is what I am going to suggest the topics which are things if you learn short span of time, you might get marks very easy way. So today we have to discuss the chapter wise, the questions which are important to you. Then we can go to that short answers. What are the questions you may expect in the examination, and long answer questions you may expect in the examination. What are the questions which are important to you? Chapter short answer, long answer. That I will explain one by one. I think go to the 5 unit syllabus. You're having electromagnetic force and torque first unit. The second unit is DC machines. Third unit DC machines in the types of motoring and generating modes. Then after fourth is transformer, single phase and 3 phase transformer. Fourth one is auto transformer. So unit 1, 2, 3 is comes under a DC machines. Unit 4 and 5 is comes under transformer process. So 4, 5 is EM1. 1, 2, 3 is comes under EM2. So 2, 3 is EM2. Your unit number 1 is it's common to that any one cases. Electromagnetic, which will be common for EMF also. We cannot say it is come to EM2. EM2 is DC machines, second, third unit. EM1 is transformer, third and fourth. My main suggestion is that the process you need to prepare for your examination. Unit 1 is completely theory oriented. Problems is 0. We may not get a problems in the unit number 1. The problems will come into unit number 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So let us, I should be start unit number 2 to unit number 4. After that, unit number 1, what you prepare for a very short, very simple unit fundamental. So I will taught unit number 1 in the end of the session. Let's will go for unit number 2. In the chapter wise, what are the questions will come? Let's, I'll share my board to you. So I'll write it. Please, you ready to copy the topics which are important, short and long answers. Take a note, take a notebook and start writing the questions one by one chapter wise. Let us, I should take unit number 2. Just wait, to clear the things. Okay. So unit number 1 case. One case, 1 minute. I am settled on the format. It should be like this. Unit number 1 case, a very theory question. Now go for unit number 2. Just wait, I'll be close the board and come back to you. I think unit number 2, 3, 4, which you can easily understand the concepts because we're very simple concepts. A classroom session also I taught very clearly unit number 3, 4 because which will be easy to understand every student. So then things with respect to GATE examination, these are the main areas which you need to concentrating on that. That's what I was taught very clearly in unit number 2 and unit number 3, 4 and 5. Next unit number 2. So coming to unit number 2, what are the short answers will come? First, we focus on the unit number 2, short answers. Short answers questions. So I'll go for one by one question. Unit number 2, what are the questions you may expect in your examination? Now, question number 1, what is decimation actually? What is decimation? So decimation is nothing but what the thing is having majority is rotation, minority is condensation, decimation. So decimation is nothing but either motor or generator. We can write like that. So second question is DC motor principle or DC generator principle. DC motor principle, Lorentz force equation. DC generator, Faraday law of electromagnetic induction. In the you explain the principle. Then after that, in this Fleming left hand rule, Fleming right hand rule. So this, what are the Fleming left and right hand rule? The direction things, generating EMF, the things you will be concentrating on. Also, Fleming left hand rule for motor, Fleming generator for Fleming right hand rule for generator. This you need to focus on that. Next, one more important thing is what is back EMF? EB. What is magnetic drag? What is back EMF and what is magnetic drag? This already it's available in the YouTube video. You can watch it. Magnetic drag and back EMF. Then after that, what is the back EMF formula? I think you know 5Zn by 60 into P by A. So DC generators, DC motors, we have a back EMF formula. This one. Generating EMF is EG, back EMF is for EB. Motors for back EMF, generator for EG. This formula you have to remember. So for lap winding, what is the case? For the wave winding, what is the case? That you have to do. For lap winding, I think you know A is equal to P. Wave winding A is equal to 2. You just write the formula. So things is more than enough to you. Next, types of windings. I think you know lap winding, then wave winding, simplex winding, multiplex winding. These all windings I was explained very clearly in the YouTube. Our starting type of winding to the complexity winding. Many windings I was explained. Please watch the videos for future references. It will be clear, very important for the interviews also. Then after that, what is the understanding of commutation? So commutation also I was all explained that commutation. So next, seventh question is what is armature reaction? So what do you understand by armature reaction? And after that, what is the demagnetizing effect? What is the cross magnetizing effect? Their formulas is enough for the 2 mark session. These are the questions you may expect it is. For go for long answers questions here, Very less number of questions you may expect because the thing is very clear. Here DC machine construction details. Construct pole core, pole shoe, brushes, very to internal stator, rotor, all these things you can expect very clearly. By dying and writing, you can explain it as. Second thing, what is the armature reaction? So armature reaction is what? And after waveforms are there, armature MMF, main field flux, main field MMF, okay, air gap flux. These are all waveforms you have to draw in this. Then after that, what is the demagnetizing effect and the cross magnetizing effect? Formula derivations from the armature reaction diagrams. So this should be separately. The other question you should master to be open. Demagnetizing, cross magnetizing, and total magnetizing ampere turns per pole. So this is the turns will come. And after waveforms, you must be clear how to write. Next, what do you understand by commutation? To improve the commutation, what it has to do? So improve the commutation techniques that I was already told you. Those commutation techniques you need to follow. And after when a commutation is taking place, linear commutation, what is the EB is equal to d phi by dt. This formula flux is the two times of that time will two times will come. This I was already explaining. This formula is enough to write a commutation process. So this is the long answer questions you can expect in the unit number 2 in the DC machine concept. Then go for unit number 3. The unit number 3 is what? DC motor, motoring and generating operations. So in that, if you go for a short answer questions, so number 1 question, same thing, the DC motor, DC generator principles they will ask here also. So it will be question more common for both cases. DC motor and DC generator principle should be asked. The next, types of field excitations. So types of field excitation. What are the field excitation? Separately excited, self-excited. So what are how the excitation will go to take place? That thing should be clear. Next, types of motors. The types of DC motors and types of DC generators. So self-excited motors and separately excited motors and self-excited DC shunt series and compound, long shunt. Compound, there are types are there. Long shunt and short shunt and cumulative compound and differential compound. This is the types you write if it is asked there in the examination. Then fourth one, the generated EMF or back EMF formulas. What I told you previous, those formulas also they will ask here. Next, next question, what is a starter? I think what is the main intention to use the starter in the DC machines? What is the intention of starter? Next, losses in the DC machines. I think we know the types of loss in the DC machines, copper losses and iron losses. In iron losses, we know that what are the types of iron losses which you have to face, copper losses, what are the things will you face. This is the things the DC machine losses, you need to focus on that. These questions will come here. The short answers cases. When you go for a long answers cases here, many questions they'll ask, many dimensions is there. DC motor principle and the DC generator principle they'll ask long answer, anyone. But I mean, how to draw the clearly, you can explain the each point, how EMF is created, generated in the DC generator, how force is developed in the DC motor, how to find out Fleming left hand rule. And thing is that you write the formula equations, and after EG generated EMF generator, back EMF motor, you have to derive the equation. Very comfortably, you'll get good marks. A second question, types of motors. Types of DC motors are asked, types of DC generator they'll ask. So no, motors are types. Here you write clearly shunt series compound motors are generators. In detail, write back EMF equation. In detail, write generator EMF equation. There I was already told you. I think you did the laboratory Simon test, brake test, the EM1 laboratory. You can do, I think so, in the next semester. So there you can get important. So you have to write that EMF equation. How I used to write it out with the motor and field system. These things I was already like the loop here, KCL, KVL, that I told you. So every motor you have to write a frame equations, armature EMF equation. If you go in this armature EMF equation of any motor, you can ready to do the problem in any case in this chapter. So this motor problems you must be clear. Next, generated EMF or back EMF derivation. I think EG is equal to 5Z by 60 into P by A. I was explain the derivation. So this derivation is you need to learn. Next, torque derivation, torque equation of DC machine. This derivation formulas you have to know. Each part you know, then you can easily do the problem in examination. Next, draw the open circuit characteristics of DC generator. So open circuit characteristics of DC generator means how the EMF is generated in the DC generator. So this you need to understand very clearly. I think the magnetisation characteristics of DC machine is there in the YouTube videos. Please go to that experiment. You can easily understand how EMF is generated. Okay, no? By weighing the field current, the field current we can increase the excitation of the field system. Automatically, the EMF is induced in the motor. So you can draw that OCC curve. Then after that, critical speed and the critical field resistances. The definition of critical speed, the definition of critical field resistance. So critical speed is nothing but what the speed above which the generator can excite the excite a generator into the EMF. Critical field resistance, the resistance above which it should not be generated induced EMF. So resistance should be below the critical field resistance. The speed should be more than the critical speed to generate a required EMF. This definition you has to be learned in the 2 marks areas. Sorry, long answers. Critical speed, critical field resistance. These should be come in this area. So OCC when you're drawing, you must be explained here clearly. Next, come to that fifth question. You can expect torque speed characteristics of DC machine. Speed torque characteristics of DC motor. Sometimes they will ask that the characteristics of DC motor. DC motor characteristics. I think you know the torque speed characteristics. We have to explain clearly. It is torque and current also there. Iron also there. This you can explain. Mechanical characteristics and electrical characteristics are there. We have to explain it. Torque current and the speed current and the torque speed characteristics of DC machine is that you can explain it. And after that, load characteristics of DC generator. Load characteristics is nothing but the OCC characteristics of field versus induced EMF. This you need to concentrate on load characteristics. Now after that, very important question, status. So examination, I think I was told you 2-point stator, 3-point stator, 4-point stator. But unfortunately, your syllabus is only 3-point stator. For this exam, you prepare 3-point stator is there more than enough. For next semester, we have a labs. That time you required 2-point stator and 4-point stator also because which are already there in the laboratory. So this is the starters. We can explain the question. Last question is for long answer, testing of machines. So you can learn only brake test and back-to-back test. That is Hopkinson test is more than enough. These 2 tests which are available already in the YouTube. So you can watch that videos. The brake test and the Hopkinson test is available. You can watch that. You can easily understand test procedure. Brake test is loading test. You can by loading. Direct test and indirect test is that brake test is direct test. So these 2 tests is more than enough to understand very clearly. So this is the questions you may expect in that unit number 3. So next unit number 4. Unit number 4 is what? Transformers. Transformer they will given to you for you 3-phase, single phase and 3-phase transformer. Very tough zone to prepare the student. But anyway, we should be. I'll guide you what are the things you need to follow. Short answers question. So which may expect single phase and a 3-phase transformer. First question is simple. They'll ask what is a transformer and the principle of transformer. Any question they'll ask. Principle of transformer is what? Faraday law of electromagnetic induction and mutual induction. Just you write the principle of the transformer. Next, types of transformers. What are types of transformer? Don't write step up, step down. This is the LKG matter in intermediate. You write the shell type, core type, and berry type transformer. You have to write in this. Next, phasor diagram they will ask. Simple. Phasor diagram is ideal transformer on no load. Practical transformer on no load. Practical transformer on full load. 3 diagrams I was explained very clearly. Anyone they'll ask in the short answer if they want. So you should be ready to do this phasor diagram, which will be useful to do in long answer session also. Next, what is the voltage regulation? Okay, na? So a leading power factor, lagging power factor, the cases you need to learn it is formulas. Next, efficiency. What is the transformer efficiency? Next, what is the condition to get maximum efficiency of transformer? What is the condition to get maximum efficiency? Copper losses equal to iron losses in the transformer. Next, sixth one, losses in the transformer. Hysteresis loss and TB, eddy current loss and TB. This should be clear. I think you know that copper losses are iron losses. The iron loss is very important. Hysteresis loss and eddy current losses. This you must be perfect. The last question, the short answers. What are the conditions to do parallel operation? Condition to do parallel operation. So I think you know the transformer parallel operation is there. So what are the conditions to use? I think necessary conditions and sufficient desirable conditions, sufficient conditions I told you. So conditions to do the parallel operation. This is the short answers. If you go for a long answers questions, very less number you can expect here. First thing is transformer constructional part, breather and conservator tank, main tank, all these things. Construction. Next principle, transformer principle. Transformer principle means primary voltage you give, secondary voltage how EMF is generated with phasor diagram, how to explain clearly for a V1 to V1 voltage you are giving to the transformer. The EMF is into the primary second when you apply the load. Every case, no load, ideal transformer, no load, practical transformer. This is the practical case you can take. Practical transformer, no load and full load cases. You can explain that. Sometimes they'll ask that transformer phasor diagrams, leading power factor, lagging loads, or leading loads or lagging load, and unity power factor load. So all three loads, the three phasor diagram separately is there. So you should prepare for the three phasor diagrams for each cases. So you can easily do this question. Principle when you're learning, the phasor diagrams will indicate. So different nodes, we have different phasor diagrams. These phasor diagrams, you need to focus on that phasor diagrams. Next, equivalent circuit. Derive the equivalent circuit. So equivalent circuit means what? R equivalent and X equivalent, the things will be there. So when you're writing the equivalent circuit, you need to understand the transformer referred to primary, the transformer referred to secondary, how the terms are shifted. R1 equivalent to equal to R1 is R2 dash, like that X1, Z1 is there. So this equivalent circuit diagrams, the derivation things, how you reduction circuit. So you must be know the procedure when you're writing it is. Next, testing, OC test and AC test of transformer is there. So this you should be perfect of OCSC test. This you may expect question directly. Then problems you may expect here. This is a problem zone. Equivalent circuit also problem zone. Problem will come in this equivalent circuit. Problem will come in this area also. Next, voltage regulation, derivation, and the transformer efficiency. In this area also you can expect the problems. Long answer cases. Off load and full load, unity power factor load, what is the efficiency, and voltage regulation also that with different loads. So those things you must be perfect in this. Next, we have three-phase transformer also. So three-phase transformer, you has to explain how the three-phase transformer is going to work. Then after operations are there, star to star, delta to delta, types of transformers are there. Different case, what are the different problems will come, phase voltage and phase current relations. It's more than enough. I think, transformer, there are four types, star, star, delta, delta, delta to star, star to delta. The four cases, you have to understand VL, phase voltage, phase current, line voltage, line current relationship, you need to remember enough. The last question, parallel operation of transformer. So when you go for a parallel operation of transformer, what are the conditions? What are the current, how should be dividing for primary to secondary, how the power is going to be distributed, one-to-one cases. This you need to focus on this, the transformers parallel operation cases. So next, last 50 unit case here, unit number 5. So this is a very interesting zone, unit number 5. You can expect the short answers. Unit number 5 is what? Auto transformer. So gate point of view, this topic are very important. The questions you can expect them. When this go short on just simple, they'll ask what is the definition of auto transformer. Definition of auto transformer. Next, application of auto transformer. Next, third one, difference between auto transformer and two winding transformer. Difference between auto transformer and two winding transformer. Next, what is the BH curve? Next, fifth one, what is the harmonics? Just basic question, they'll ask 2 more questions. What are the harmonics? Next, what are the cooling techniques in transformer? Cooling techniques, the transformer, air cooling or oil cooling or forcible oil cooling, the types of techniques are oil cooling transformer. You can just browse in the Google, you get it out. If it is not in the material, nothing will happen. This is the short answer question. We can explain the auto transformer. Long answer questions, please be focused on these long answer questions. So question number 1 is first, auto transformer working principle. Auto transformer working principle. In this, if they mention series additive or series subtractive, you can take an option. If they not mention that, anyone you can take and explain very clearly by taking assumptions. Then problem, definitely you can expect the question. Problem will come in this zone. Series additive, series subtractive zone. You must be perfect according to the question requirement. So series additing or series subtracting zone are there problem, you must be clear and you can write it down. How that copper saving and conductor is what you can say that induction process, conduction process, how much EMF is going to generate it. So kVA going to transmitted. So this thing should be perfect in the autonomous working principle. Next, second Scott connection. This is important. Two-phase to three-phase conversion or three-phase to two-phase vice versa also possible. The Scott connection thing is very important. Next, tap changing. What do you understand by tap changing? Tap changing, on-load tap changing is there, off-load tap changing is there. This techniques you learn. The keeping in load, you can change the tap and load. Keeping off-load, you change the tap, off-load tap changing. Advantage will be that. Next, what are the effects of BH curve? You can say some people are telling non-linearity of BH curve when core material change in the transformer. When you change the core material in the transformer, the BH curve is going to be affected. How that effect is going to be taking place in the BH curve in that. So this is the questions you may expect. I think you may expect auto transfer Scott tap changing. This you may not be because this is linking with already first chapter. So they will give the chances here. So you should be ready for to track the question details. So last date is unit number 1. I think you people are waiting for leaving the first unit. So I won't leave any unit. I'll guide you in any case. So short answers questions for unit number 1 case. So I think this unit is very simple unit and this is I think this in this EMF electromagnetic field chapter this semester you have those concepts only here. I think you already learned it. What is the BH curve? Simple question daily. You should be ready for that. What is the non-linearities will come in the BH curve and the core material will change. As the fifth question, fifth chapter, this question we may expect here also. Next, what is the force torque relation? Force torque relation in magnetic fields. I'll write the relation. I think you know F is equal to Q into E plus V cross B. It is already in the EMF chapter. This you can write it. So next, what is the flux linkages? Magnetic flux density. This they will ask that simple question. This is next. What are the types of excitation? Single excitation system and double excitation systems. Types of excitation systems. Next, one more thing. Energy balancing equation. Energy balancing equation nothing but what? Input is equal to output plus losses, or else output is equal to input minus losses. This is the energy balancing equation. You can write in the mechanical conversion. It's more than enough. Then go to the long answers. The last thing is long answers for this chapter. This question is more than enough to prepare. First thing is, what is the principle of energy conversion? Or you can say electromechanical energy conversion. Electromechanical energy conversion. How mechanical energy converted to electrically? You need to explain it very clearly. Next, force torque relation. How you got? Just now I was already given that F is equal to Q into E plus V cross B. The relation how you got that. Next, energy in single excitation system or double excitation systems. This is very clear. The fourth one is energy balancing. These are 4 questions, the long answers we can expect in this unit number 1. I hope these 5 units I was given what is important, what is unimportant. Okay, so these are the topics if you prepare for unit wise short and long. So the thing is what, don't think that the questions are many questions. So this is the basic questions I was given. If you wanted to prepare many questions, we can prepare. But these are the major topics which should be useful for your future reference purpose. That's what I was given these topics. I think I was clear about my side. The questions are important to you. My special request is what, please, when you're writing examination, the time management, which is very important to you, please manage your time according to the requirement of the things. So if should be answer the question, don't be stick for one question for a long time. If it is there are 5 questions, you should fix the timings to the independent of independent questions. Write the answers what are required to the question. Sometimes the problem you are unable to do that, you can write that related the formula which is used, you can use it to, you can write it down. You can get the score other than 0, it may get 0.1, which is related to the question. In such a way you can write it out. Okay, so this is a way you can prepare, you can write the examinations. Last but not least, I think it's a few more, some people they know. It was left the college recently by Saturday due to my personal reasons. So thank you to motivating me and to supporting me in a positive direction. I'm very thankful to each and every student to give opportunity to hear the EM1 faculty to you the first time in this college to teach to EM1 to you people. I killed from online session. Sometimes you may not clear. Sometimes I may get some disturbances from my side, you said. So anyway, your cooperation is very well to me. If any inconvenience in the topics which you learn in online, I think our YouTube channel is the please visit is okay. That may help you. So last thing is, if anything is anyone, if you feel it is hostile to you, sometimes I was scolding you people to you any kind of any dimensions, kindly it is excused to me. So take it positive direction. I hope any times I will be suggesting to you in the student to develop in a positive manner towards the future. So to be a student, my special suggestion is that please be focused on in the GATE examination other than the software things. So if it is really interested software, you can college is enough for you. So if you really interested Gate, please follow that websites to learn the full time, to see the videos, to approach the things, coaching thing. This is already I kept the video. You can watch it. Anyway, take it my side. It's everything is positive to you. Anyone really anything is contact to learn to me in a long span of time or a channel is there. A personal mail ID is there. Please follow that mail ID. You'll make contact in the future also. Okay, thank you. I hope you understand. Okay, nice meet you in the future. Thank you. Okay, you can leave. All the best. Bye bye.